YouTube. Hey, I'm going on the live stream. All right, so we're gonna go over. I'm trying to get this video done for a while now. Today we're actually gonna go over and do a live stream Q&A. I think it's something new on here. I'll make it to try out. We'll wait till we get a few viewers. Do you wanna help me do this, honey? Hey, can you hear me? Can you help me do this? I'm gonna have to have somebody hold. I need you to help me film. I'm gonna go with some tools. All right, I'm gonna get some of my top tools I use for this line of work too. And I'm gonna go over how to start your own business. There's a mobile mechanic. You hear what I said? Say hello.
Good morning.
I mean, you're talking really loud. That was on a live stream. You know, you use the bathroom break, sir. That's cool. All right, well, that's interesting. Sure, everybody love to hear that. It's a nice day. I can't wait to check out this bike. We're to try to get this bike rolling later. Try to get this bike rolling later. I'm gonna spray a little fluid up in here, and we'll try to start her up. I've got our live stream notes. I'm gonna go over all the fun stuff, how to do this, and I don't usually do streams this early, so I mean I get much. But if anybody come on, but we're gonna see what we can do here. Anyways, we gotta get this the right way. Yeah, I'll watch it later. So I'm gonna go over everything, and darn it, I keep forgetting to lock my truck. All right, so right now I've got about a 4.8 star rating on YouTube. I've got a couple of 1 stars. One's a fake review, and it's been taken by once by Google, and one is by somebody you can never make happy. You have these customers. So anyway, I'm gonna go over everything we need to do, how to become one of the best techs there is. And I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this now probably close to 20 years, my own mobile business. So basically, so what we're going to go over to. So let's see. You got some notes here. All right. In a second, I am. Yes, I am. All right. So, y'all know me as a TS mechanic, but it's not my company name. I'm not going to go into my company name. So no need to do all that. I don't share that with customers, and I don't share my YouTube with my customers either. I'm sure we have some on here. Probably do, but I don't share it. So anyway, so basically I'm going to go over the essential tools you need to start your mobile mechanic business. All right, top mobile tools that I personally use that are awesome. I use them all the time, and I'll tell you why you need it. Now, when I started my mobile mechanic business, it was probably close to 20 years ago, right? And I had nothing. I had basically a little jack and a crowbar. That's what I had, and I started my own business. And the reason why I started my own business is, I'll give you some detail. I'm not going to go too in depth. Put it to you like this: I couldn't even get a job at McDonald's. That's how bad things were. Growing up, I made some mistakes, and you know how that goes. So now I've got a really good functioning mobile mechanic business. I've got a lot of great customers out here in a great part of town, and I get calls all the time like that. And this is the thing. It took me a while to learn. Like when I first started, it was a long time ago. So I was charging like $20 to come out to a job. That's crazy. I was charging $20. I look back on the fact that I was charging $20 to come out to a job, like to right now. And I'll show you the car I started with. This is my first vehicle I had as a mobile mechanic. Right here. This lovely vehicle. Now it's just my access tool vehicle. This is what I use though. Okay? This is how I started my business. And literally, I maybe had like $300, $400 in tools. Okay? So we started going. It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. I had me and one other guy doing it. That's another mistake. If you want to do this, I recommend doing it on your own. This is the problem. If you don't do it on your own, you're gonna have situations. And I'll tell you too like this: you don't want situations, because when you have situations, guess what? Nobody wants to hear you go into details. Okay, how many assorted festus do you eat for Sunday brunch in order to keep that smoothie complexion? Smoothie complexion. Smoothie complexion. Oh, do I have a smooth complexion? I didn't know. Thank you, though. I don't eat smoothies. I do drink liquor at night.
Like eggnog smoothies.
Yeah, I do like eggnog smoothies, but not this time of year. So that was a good question, though. So we'll say this: if you haven't already liked and subscribed to my channel, go ahead. I do basically 100% all live stream auto repairs. I do a lot of live stream stuff. I like to keep things real with everybody and just show you exactly what's happening. Okay, from the get-go. Let me know my stream's working. If it's getting crazy, let me know. Sometimes the Wi-Fi jumping back and forth right now could be bad. So right here, I'm going to go over my main tools you need to start off, okay? Essential tools to start with. Basic socket set. All you need is metric. Forget the standard. You don't even need it. You need metric socket set. 3/8" drive. Done. That's all you need. So what I like to do, let me show you what I got here in this bag. This is one of my main bags. I have like a little go-to bag right here. That's where I keep most of my tools at. And so, like, for example, I always have a lot of 1/4" drive tools. I love it. I love my Icon tools, by the way. They're awesome. Now, this is one of my main tools I use. It's probably more than any tool ever. Get yourself as a Harbor Freight. You got to buy these, unfortunately. They come in handy sometimes. I mean, you don't really use them, but if you can know what metric is to standard, you can supplement these, okay? They're good to have. All right? And then, of course, you need a nice pen. These are rusted. I can clean these up. These are great to have. A great little pair of needle nose pliers. They got the reverse grip on it, so if you need to grab something, you know, like out of it somewhere tight, you can grab it. It's great for popping clips off. This is a wonderful tool. You need yourself, I recommend getting this. Now, if you're just starting off, you don't have to do this. But this is one of your best investments right here. It's going to be this lightweight jack. And this is a Daytona 2-ton lightweight jack. It is awesome. It is lightweight. You can move it around. I can pick this up with one arm. Like, it is literally so light, I can pick this up one hand. And that's what you want. You don't want carrying around a zillion pounds worth of tools in your truck or in your Subaru, for example, because you're going to have all kinds of issues. So, you have those things. You're looking good already. All right, and I'm going to go over a few more tools that I like to have. These are important tools. See this? You don't have to have this exact one. I just recommend getting a flex head ratchet. Now, remember, this is 1/4" drive. You need to have one of these. So, 1/4" flex head, 1 3/8" flex head, okay? Now, also, you want 1/2" flex head, or just 1/2" regular. You got to have it. Flex heads come in handy, and you can get to almost any bolts with it. It's also good to have a regular 1/4" drive socket. You don't have to have all these. I'm just telling you what I like to have. So, basically, you can get away with just a 3/8". And, you know, you're going to need to get tools here or there. And so, as I go, I get more tools, okay? You need a great wrench set. These box wrenches right here are a must. These are awesome. So these are made by Icon as well. I'm a big Icon tool guy. They're really affordable stuff, and they're nice. Like, this tool set has lasted me a while. These are great. They actually hook on. They're, you know, flex head as well. Not cheap for this set. This is maybe down the road. Right now, you can get yourself a cheap Pittsburgh set. This is Icon. Just get the cheap Pittsburgh set. They have it, you know, pretty assorted. Works great. One set of ratchets. Sorry, not ratchets, but wrenches. That's all you need. So that's great. You need some bungees, of course. Always have bungees. Some picks. Picks is all you need. And then maybe some screwdriver and some bits. That changes it. Just regular screwdriver. Regular fluid. This is great to have. If you're going to get extensions, I recommend getting 3/8" drive. Wall bolt extensions, okay? Now, one thing is very important. I don't express it enough with you guys. It's very, very important. This is a little tiny screwdriver. You only need that. But right here, I mean, I hate having this bag. I'm going to try to get you one to see. These U-joints I love. This is for down the road when you start to get some more money and get experience. They're great to have, okay? Now this is what I love. These are called step-ups, okay? So let's say you don't have the cash right now and you can't really afford a nice big ratchet. You know, well, there you go. Now it's a step-up. Now it's not going to fit the 3/8" drive anymore. These are U-joints. You don't need those down the road. But yeah, if you have, let's say, a big boy gets to pop on here, guess what? Now it'll go on. Not the best for the weight, but it can do the job. Like I said. So great to have. You can see that seen better days. I don't even know why I have that, honestly. Probably trash. Probably get rid of that guy. Eventually, I don't know why I have them. So anyway, these are some nifty tools. These are step downs from a 1/2" drive to a step down. So we go nice on here. So I use a lot of these combinations too. And feel free to ask questions. Do you have any questions about what you need? Now, you probably want to get maybe a set of these down the road too. These are for a lot of, like, it depends on if you like to work on foreign vehicles. like Volvos, Volkswagen, stuff like that. These are reverse Torx bits, basically the E bits. Then you probably going to need some of these too. A set of these. Like I said, you get these basic tools. Don't worry about that stuff for now. Right now, you're sticking to basic cars. So the only jobs, we'll go over the jobs I need you to take to. Okay, so services you want to start with. Okay, just tell you right now. Okay. Oh yeah, flashlights, very important. You can see. I'm gonna show you my flashlight collection I got. Very awesome to have. This flashlight collection is great. See how many flashlights I have? 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And keep them coming. These are great to have. Now I recommend you have many of them because you will lose these pretty often. These are Icon as well. These add up quick, so you just need 1 to start. 2, probably get 2 to start. You can see these adjust. They last a good while. They're rechargeable. Don't get the battery ones. You're wasting batteries, wasting time, right? Time is money. You don't need batteries. They're expensive. These guys right here, 30, 40 bucks a piece. You just throw it on right here to a C charger, you're good to go. They last probably 4, 5, 6 hours. Now, when you get a little upgraded, I want to show you where you can leave. Oh, yeah, also get yourself a basic scan tool. You don't need to go this fancy or this fancy right now. You can just get what you got to have. Now, this is a power probe. This is going to come into play down the road. This is a manual battery tester. This is awesome to have. I'll tell you right now, this is when you get down the road a little bit, right? So you've been doing this for a while, starting to make some good money. About year 2, year 3, you can get this fan. It's awesome. Lifesaver right there, I promise you. And also, too, this is one of my most used tools as a tech. This is my blower. So say you're working under a car, right? And you got in here. Sit there, you can blow. You can blow all that crap off. That's gonna fall on your face. Or customer's car. So I said that's great to have. Spider webs. Yeah, because remember, you're gonna be laying on the ground when you're working a lot. You don't want to be laying on spiders, rocks. So you know what? Get that out of the way. Get it right on out of there. And this is just, I ain't gonna blow that heavy thing. This is just a job site blower. So it's a great tool to have. It really is. Down the road, of course. So these are a couple tools. Once you get into it and you get moving, you can get it down the road. So don't recommend getting all these right now, but they're good to have. These are some of the top tools I like to have. A must-have tools. Then when you get down the road as well, get yourself a nice impact wrench. Now the Milwaukee makes a killer impact wrench. That is great. But so in the beginning, I recommend you getting. Oh yeah, and this is the must-have for me as well. This is a must-have. This is one of the best tools I ever could have bought. I use it all the time. Jump box. You gotta have a jump box. So make sure you get yourself a jump box. Very, very important. This is down the road too. Start making that money. This is my power probe. Let me show you what it looks like. So you know what I'm talking about here. I use this all the time. I'm really good at wiring right now, so I use it quite a bit, okay? Great here, great tool. Love it. You plug it up to your battery terminals, and you can find wires. I can feed it power. I've gotten really good at using this tool. And it takes some practice. But if you get good at it, you can do anything. You can find anything. You can find any wire breaks. It's really good for diagnosing just about anything. Say I need to feed power to something. This is what I do, use to feed power to that. To like, let's say, you think your starter is not working. I can go underneath the car. I can feed power to that starter. If it don't start, guess what? I know the starter's bad. Essentially, or the motor, something's going on, right? You raise my jump box. Like I said, a little jump box. Harbor Freight sells them. They're fine. I do recommend, too, always having one of these guys on you, because it are 1 or 2 times going to lock yourself out of a vehicle, okay? I promise you. A customer's vehicle. You can blow the door open. That pump, you can pop and get yourself in the vehicle still, okay? This is a nice little tool to have to zip things out and get the job done quicker. All great stuff to have. Then you got to have nice gloves, too. Let me show you the gloves I use. Only one type of gloves I use. One type of gloves. That's it. That's because the other ones are trash. You buy trash gloves all day long at Harbor Freight. Like I said, you guys want to ask me questions, feel free. But you buy trash gloves, you're going to regret it. Now, I usually get the white towels because they're awesome. They last forever, okay? But I'll be honest, I don't use towels as much as I used to anymore. I don't do as many terrible jobs, hard jobs anymore. So I'm going to get to in a second, okay? I'm going to show you how to make money doing this. These are okay. Get the white box. They're almost like a shop rag, but they're white. They're really thick, and they're awesome. And they don't rip like these. For sure. These rip. The other ones, they won't rip. They're really nice, okay? And they last forever, okay? Also, need a little rain jacket. That's great, keeping the water off you. This right here is a must-have, too. Now, you're not, of course, you're not going to have stuff like this right now, okay? If you're starting off. It's down the road, of course. Like I say, anybody can do this. I'm going to get to some tips here in a second. Right here is a great tool. It's part of Milwaukee line. It's got a battery on the back. Probably pumped up at 90 tires so far with this one tool. All right, you hit the button. It's great. I actually did a video on my channel about it. You can set it. Say you want to set it, like a Wawa, wherever. 35 PSI. It don't actually fill up. It'll show you and cut off when it's full. So you get it. So cool with that. There's my computer. Okay, I think that's all that stuff. So let me get down and go over a few more. I'm gonna show you my gloves. Remember, in my tuna in aluminum, we're gonna get the Daytona aluminum jack. Actually, gotta get a 2.5 ton coming up. That is one thing I gotta have in the 2.5 ton. All right, and yeah. So let me funnel. Even though I don't do a lot of this anymore, still good to have funnel. Of course, your basic AC tools, some fuses with you. And I'll go through my truck more in a second. I want to get a little bit more of this video in for it. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go in here and show you my gloves. That's very important. Gloves are going to be your best friend in this business. I promise you that. So you want good gloves. These are rip-resistant gloves. I'm going to show you these guys are awesome in a second. And so, like I said, right now, basically have 5-star stars on Google. I don't care about the couple of bad reviews because people, it's just how it goes. You can't make everybody happy. It's like 1 or 2. But there you go, right here. See that? Venom Steel. These things are awesome. Actually, rip-resistant gloves. I can show you how in a second. They're awesome gloves. I love them. Use them all the time. Rip-resistant, awesome gloves. This is what makes them. You can actually see they're rip-resistant, right? Very, very, very good gloves. I'm actually going to put one on. And also, too, I can still use them during my live stream. So, battery chargers are good to have. Battery charger. Make sure it can charge AGM batteries now. There are a lot of AGM batteries, so make sure the battery chargers can charge AGM batteries. All right. Also, always have yourself some penetrant. You need a good bit of that right here. You're going to need a sledgehammer. I use that quite often. And go in here real quick and show you this is actually basically my tool room / mechanic room. It's crazy, isn't it? Got my 2 bikes over here, racing bikes, and a bunch more tools. Tools everywhere. My motorcycle helmets. Yeah, but this room is full of everything you ever need for tools. Probably too many tools, honestly. But you name it, I got it at this point. I've been doing this for quite a while. So I know it's crazy, it's a mess. But yeah, remember, I'm go. When I'm going, I am constantly rolling. You don't got time to take a break. Now when I buy my brake cleaner too, I always want a lot of cans of brake cleaner. Like I said, I don't use that all the time anymore, but you still use a good bit. So always have brake cleaner. I can usually get my stuff on sale pretty good. You want to get yourself some R134A. If you can buy the big one, if you have the HVAC license, go ahead and get it. Because I've been doing this so long, I'm not, like I said, my certifications aren't relevant at this point. I'm not going to go work at a shop just to get certified. That's the thing about auto mechanics people don't understand. Nobody's going to go back and work at a shop when I'm making money doing this now. And again, I'm going to tell you in a second how much money I'm making. I may just blow your mind, honestly. Now I work my ass off, but you can make good money. After you get past that hump, that's when the money starts coming in, okay? So right here, I'm going to show you I buy my brake cleaner in these big boxes like this. And you can see right there, so come just like this from AutoZone. Pretty good deal. So you need to get that business license because it's worth it. You can save a good bit of money with that business license. So the pump you're probably going to start with is this guy right here. Let me show you the pump. It's actually in here. I'm not going to try to pull it out of the way, but I'll show you. It's right there. It's just a cheap Harbor Freight air pump. And what do you know? There's my starter fluid I've been looking for. I'm going to see if that bike will start here coming up today. That's the next thing I'm doing. If I can get it to fire up at this, we know what the problem is. Either way, let me get my butt out of this play room. I can barely fit in here. So Now, I think we went over basically all the tools. Now, I've got a lot of stuff. I've been doing this for a long time. So, you don't need all this. Don't let it overwhelm you. This is not hard. Now, important thing. You need organization. That's very important. Don't do, don't do what I have in there. So, let me see here. Where did that thing go? I had a perfect chance to do it and went away. I'm trying to try it and it popped off of there. So, let me see if I can do it. Let's see. One second, guys. All right, I'm writing you guys a question, okay? All right, here we go. All right, let me know what y'all think about that. I would love to hear it. All right, so move it around up there. You know, hopefully you still hear me. So, let's see. All right, y'all get to tell me. If y'all on here and you want to be a mobile mechanic, let me know. Let me know what questions you have and what you need to know about it. So I'm gonna move on to the next topic. We all answer that question right there, okay? And we'll go from there. Anyway, I got one more thing. So, one question, guys. So, 1 second. I'm waiting here with another poll here, okay? And I'll be right back with you. I'd love to know the answer to this one. I can't wait to see. All right, yeah. So, hopefully that worked. I don't see it. Oh, it is down there. Cool. If y'all can answer this questions, cool. Go ahead and answer for me. I'm trying out a new feature here. Let me think, and feel free to put it down here in the chat box. So, that didn't do right. Let me edit that poll. I can. That don't make no sense. Hang on. Don't give me an answer. Oh, how about this? I got to end that poll because I screwed it up. But all right, we'll try another one. One more time. My bad. I'm gonna get right back to it. 1 second. This is for. This is after you've been doing it for several years. Okay. One second, guys. Right back to it. One second. All right. Thanks for being patient with me. All right. And this could vary too. Don't get me wrong. All right. All right. Almost done. Y'all gonna get to rock on this one. Alrighty. Here we go. Done. All right, here we go. That's the poll for you guys. Check it out. Let me know. I would love to see some responses on that. Okay, cool. So we're going to roll on now to the next topic, and that's going to be, where was I at? Okay, so we got, top tools. Okay, services to start with, okay? So now I don't do oil changes. Don't do oil changes. Don't do oil changes. I can express that enough. If you do oil changes, you're wasting your valuable time and make money. You're not making money doing an oil change. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, do oil changes, but don't do that. Tell you right now, it's not smart. Brake jobs, sometimes. Mainly, you know, now if you're still learning and you're not as great at this field yet, yes. That's hard work. It's going to burn you out. Stick to diagnostic jobs. That is why I said you have to have a scan tool. Now, you got to remember, all your cars these days are going to be computer-based. Almost all of them. And if they're not, they're basic old school knowledge. So definitely want to do that. Let me show you something quick. I want to show you about these gloves. So watch these gloves, okay? That's why I use these gloves all the time. So, as you can see here, they're rip-proof, right? And you want to believe they're rip-proof. Watch. That should pop a hole in your glove, right? Can you see I'm hanging this guy? Watch. Right there. Watch, see that? Watch this flex. That's why I love these gloves. And I'm not joking. These gloves are amazing. Y'all see that? And look at that. There's no hole in my glove. Can y'all see that? There's not a hole in that glove right now. It is amazing. See how I deal with that? That's a pretty sharp tool. Still, no hole. That's amazing, is it not? This is why I say you have these gloves. I'll use them sometimes. I'll pull them off. And I'm going to show you something, too. See how hard I poked that glove right there? Now watch. I'm going to do one more time. Show you something here. I take them off and I'll see if they last so long. These gloves are not cheap, but they have this dual liner on the inside. It's awesome. So watch this. One more time. Watch this. That's going to rip any regular glove. Now watch this. Make sure I'm not BSing you. There's no hole in these gloves. You see what I'm saying? There ain't no way. It will not be to blow it up like a balloon. Best gloves your money can buy, and that's why. No hole in the glove. Not even yet. There we go. I popped it. Finally popped it. And even then, it didn't pop that bad. But you see, that is going to save your hands from a lot of cuts. I almost got a really bad cut one time, and that glove saved my hand. Now, it would probably cut my finger off if it wasn't for that glove. So, here we go. Next on the list. Yeah, now, battery jobs, great. Alternator jobs, great. Big money makers. Starter jobs, big money makers. Think about it like this. You want jobs where customers are stranded, okay? You want your customer to be somewhere where you have to come to them and they need you. Because if they can't go somewhere and they're stuck, guess what? That's where you make the money. That is where you become a service that they need. Does that make sense? Now, some people still tow their vehicles to the shop. So you have to be reasonable and you have to be fair with the stuff. It's just how you have to do it. So always keep that in mind. And you want return customers. So don't get crazy. Not how you got to do it. But the best tip I can give you about the service fee. I always have a service fee to come out. No matter what the job is, I have a service fee. If I come out to work on your vehicle, right now, where I'm at in the game, I charge about $150. If you're pretty close to me, I charge $100. You know why? Because I'm bringing my shop to you. My shop to you. Okay? That's what people don't understand. They think just because we're a mobile mechanic, we're dirt cheap. We're not dirt cheap because we are providing a service. You know, it's like this. If you ever, like the old days, if you have a doctor who comes to your house, you're going to pay them more money, right? Yes, of course. I'm taking my vehicle to you. I've got to bring all this stuff, keep it organized to get it to you. That's another thing I'm going to go over with organization. Also, you must have these mats. Now, I had a friend give me a whole bunch of these. That's why they're pink. Whatever, I don't care. He had extra ones, but guess what? These mats work excellent. You get on the ground, guess what? You got a mat to lay on. And you can throw them away, because whatever. They're not that much. You know? I hang on to them a pretty long time. They last pretty good. You always want to have mats, okay? That's another thing. You want to have your mats. You want to have your nice little tool bag. You see all the cool tools I have. I have to have my U-joints. These are awesome tools. Now, basically, 3/8" drive is everything I need. Now, when it comes to taking off, you know, wheel lugs and stuff like that, you got to step your game up a little bit. And that's a totally different story, okay? Let me hop up in my truck real quick. I'm going to give you the rundown of my truck and show you what I got back here real quick and go from there. So I keep that blanket on me. It'll get hot during the day sometimes, or rain. It's a good moving blanket. It's good to throw atop your vehicle if you need to, right? It definitely is helpful. All right, there's the back of my truck. So there are a few other tools. They go on that, right up against that bush. So got my ladder. It's good to have a ladder. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, but some of these trucks can be pretty tall, and they're a pain. Right here, these are great pliers. Sorry about that. These are wonderful pliers right here. Wonderful pliers. I love them. I use them all the time. All right, everybody that's in, please respond to the poll. And make sure, if you have not already, smash that like for me. Subscribe to the channel. And I got way more stuff to show you guys coming up. I'm gonna let this roll probably for about another 30 minutes. If you have questions, feel free, throw it in the chat. Can you hear me? Let me know. If you can't, it's a problem. So I want to know. So anyway, here's a great pair of tools for doing radiator jobs, which is a great job for a mobile mechanic. Radiators, you know why? Because they pay good. It pays good. That's what I said. These are great gloves too. It's still made by the same company, right? Now the difference in these, you get less and more expensive, but it's the length of the glove. You see the length? It goes way up your arm. If I stick in my car way up in a car, I'm saving this much on my arm, right, from getting dirty. Like right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. That many arms, I don't have that many hands to hold up and do it. But this arm, part of my arm right here, will get saved. So all the way up here down, doesn't get covered in dirt and grease. It is helpful. Now, a nice magnetic tray is helpful. Isn't a must, you know. A little brush, some cleaning items. Always have wheel chalks, blocks of wood, straight blocks of wood like that, some water, good to have. And of course, organization is key. And I've got some more gloves up here. Always keep some thicker gloves on me as well. Nothing fancy, too expensive, but these work great. Sometimes if you're going to be busting up your knuckles, they're good to have. This is my little AC box, so you want to have organization. AC stuff in here, all my charges, stuff like that. Then you need to have a set of these to take off lug nuts. And like I said, you can do it in the beginning, like I did with the lug nut, and remove it with the wrench. And it's not impossible to do. It's just not fun. There's more tools, cleaners. Oh yeah, this is the must too, because right now I'm getting lit up by mosquitoes. They kind of suck. But right here is the must. You see this guy here? And it works great. Bug spray. Bug spray is everything out here. I mean, these mosquitoes are ruthless. They really are. Right now I'm getting lit up as I do this. I'm going to spray it down for me good, and there we go. Bug spray on me right now. Great to have. Just one more thing you must have doing this. These are all key stuff. If not, you're going to get lit up. Bugs, everything else. Also, too, spiders, anything could bite you in the car. I've actually been bit by a black widow before. Been stung by hornets. It's not fun. And I'm actually severely allergic. This bush up here keeps bopping me in my head. Y'all see that? It's annoying, but anyway. So, like I said, then you have, so I have all my tools organized pretty good. So I always buy my stuff in bulk, and these are the best mats here. Gotta flip it around, my bad. I'm like looking around the camera. Right here, great mats. Got like 3 of those for like $9 at Harbor Freight to catch them on sale. What a deal. These are just great to trash if you need to. So I have so many of them on me, right? Because you want to just lay it down on them at all times. Protects your back. It protects your back. B, it's like a headrest if you need. Certain positions are not fun. They're great to have. All right, let me show you over here real quick what I got going on real quick, and then I'm going to get going to the next part of that, and I'm going to go over a few other things. Also go over a little bit about Tourette's. I'm sure you guys are waiting to know some more about that, so I'm going to explain that to you as well. So right here's my other, here's one of my other toolboxes. Organization is everything. Can y'all see this? Bungee cords right there. Yeah, this is a Harbor Freight box, not very expensive. I also have a bunch of, like I said, Milwaukee ones that I love, but I just haven't got a chance to use them yet. Like I said, all my tools are not highly expensive. This is all you need. I think this is the Pittsburgh right here. That's Icon, but I have some Pittsburgh somewhere, I promise. I don't know where they're at right now. Anyway, try to have every size. Right here's the Pittsburgh, so that, you know, the bigger sizes you use, the less you can get Pittsburgh. Electrical tape down there works great. Just different bolt bags up here. You know, these are great too. I like to have every size socket. So I like to have like big, small, long. Everything has its point and purpose, right? You also want to have 6 point. Right here, here's a spark plug one, but 6 point. See that? 6 point is very important. Then you have 12 point. These are dangerous. So these can also, I don't ever use these hardly. So see that with the big drive, that's going to round the bolt easier. So you want to use 6 point drive instead. Very important to know these things, right? So wobble extensions, all the basic stuff like that is great. Always keep brake fluid on it. I mean, brake cleaner up in here with me. You know, that's all the key stuff, okay? Try to keep all your tools packed up nicely. Tell you something. Appearance is everything. When you're a mobile mechanic, appearance is everything. You do not want to show up on the job. If I show up on the job and my tools are all over the place, guess what? I mean, if you came to my house to work on my car and you look like you stuffed everywhere, I don't want you touching my car. Sorry, I'm going to send you, I'm probably sending you out. So remember that when you're going to a job. Okay, if it's your first time, appearance is everything. Clean your car up. Now, my stuff is getting a little crazy right now, and that's one reason why I'm out doing this video, honestly. I got to keep it organized. Need some jack stands. You know, these are good to have. So hammers, I keep all my hammers and stuff in here. Right here is my really big, my big ratchet. I do keep this oil filter wrench on me. Occasionally I'll do that for a customer. Oh yeah, definitely a must have is this rubber mallet right here. It's actually a dead blow hammer. Dead blows are great, really great stuff right here. Must have tool. This guy right here is a must have tool for any mobile mechanic or any mechanic really. I love it. A breaker bar is good to have. And there you go. So, anyways, let's move this up out of my way, and I'm gonna get to the next thing on the list of stuff you need and get this video rocking and rolling here. I'm gonna wrap this up here shortly for you guys. Give me 2 seconds. Get everything organized. Put my paste back on there for now. Oh yeah, a bolt, a little bolt jar, a bolt bin is great to have. I always like to have a little magnifying glass on me too, because sometimes I can't see. It does helpful. And like I said, lightweight jack is mainly one of the main things I love having. A lightweight jack is so handy, so handful. So handy. It is great to have. And then, you know, of course, we'll move on to the next one here. So, all right, where are we? So, all right. We got the battery alternating placement. Okay, so, yeah, belt and pulley replacement. Good money. People with belt and pulleys come off, they can't go. You need to, know how to do that. I work on EVs. I do a little bit. You're right. Different ball game, but they're basically the same thing as other vehicles. You can still plug tires on it. I mean, EVs are a little different because you have to be, remember, risk versus reward. Is it profitable to work on EVs? Depends. What am I working on it with? See, most electric cars you can actually access. People don't know this, but I learned it the hard way. Well, the hard way. I learned it from researching it, but you can actually access the diagnostic screen by entering it on the menu on the EV. So like Tesla has a menu, you can put it in and you just hit. I have another video, you can check it out. You want to see it, access that screen, and it tells you all about it. But yeah, it's pretty nifty stuff. Okay, so radio hose, thermostat swaps, really great. You got to know how to diagnose it. I see this mistake all the time. When I'm called out, somebody's like, "Oh, my car's overheating." My job to figure out, is it your radiator? Is it your thermostat? Are you leaking coolant? Is it your water pump? I don't know. They don't know. You should know that, though. If you don't know that, it's a problem. So, number one way to tell, or if your fan's not kicking on, number one way to know if you have a bad radiator, let me tell you right now, is this. I mean, a bad thermostat, sorry, is you can actually grab the upper radiator hose, touch it. No, I do not do timing jobs. Nope. And I'll tell you why not. Can I do them? Yeah. I don't do water pumps either. If they're interior water pumps, don't do them. You know why? Risk versus reward. If I go in there, okay, and let's say I'm just a notch off on the timing, or they have another issue going on, and I misdiagnose it somehow, and I do the timing and it doesn't work, guess what? I spent hours doing a timing job. Don't do it. Right now, we are in demand. Mechanics are in demand. They need us. People need us to come in and fix their cars. We're in high demand, and let me tell you right now, they need us to fix their cars because they don't know what they're doing. So they're going to pay us good money to fix their vehicles if we do work. I have a regular customer base. I advertise on Google as well. I get close to 40 calls a day. I'm by myself. It's really hard, but on my iPhone, I pin 9 messages up top, and I constantly have 9 pinned messages up top. And as you know, if you watched my channel before, I do go to, you've done multiple move, the multiple move, talking about the, with timing, redneck dipper. You say you done multiple timing. I mean, I believe you, right? I get it. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. If you feel comfortable doing it, you can rock it out, cool. This is the thing about me. Why would I do a timing job, right? If you get as much volume as I get right now. Now, maybe you're not getting as much volume. Maybe you're still early and new to the business. I get it. It's not about getting the volume. It's about how fast you want to make money. You know how many times I'll be sitting here doing a miserable job? For example, that Monster the other day. That Monster was the worst job ever. By the way, I fixed it, and it's working perfect, and it's not overheating anymore. Don't know. I fixed it. I flushed the system out. I learned a lot on that job. I replaced that outlet and it worked great. So, yeah, if you want to do timing, please feel free. I don't recommend doing it. Risk versus reward. If you mess up that timing job and you mess up that customer's car, you're paying them a lot of money. You're in big trouble. So that's why I don't do it. And all it takes is for a part to go bad, like a tensioner to collapse, which I've had happen on my own vehicle. And you're out back. You're out back. And you get a bad review. All it takes is one review that says you blew somebody's car up and it's done. You're done. Like literally, you may be able to get away with one, but once you get two, you can forget it. You're done. That's all she wrote for that. And see, people don't always know that you don't make the mistake, okay? This is what, let me tell you something crazy. I had a customer, for example, right? I came out. There's no way I was going to make this guy happy. No matter what I did, he wasn't going to be happy. I knew right away I was getting a bad review. I just knew it. First, when I'm laying eyes on the guy, I knew it was coming, you know. He had a Volkswagen Jetta. It's on my channel. He claims I broke several things on his car, right? Craziest thing I've ever heard. I didn't break anything because I did everything live streamed. And I told him that, too. I said, look, I didn't break anything in the car, man. I drove up and down the road within 20 miles trying to force a regeneration. It was a turbo diesel Volkswagen. The job I didn't want to do, I got hung up on because I broke his sensor. I did break his sensor. And I told him I broke it. But I was just trying to plug in the sensor in the front. I might have had it live on the stream, too. And when I did it, went to plug it in the front like this, it went snap and broke off in my hand. That's it. It's not my fault the thing broke. But, you know, I said, look, I did the job for free. He bought the part. You know, the car's a 2006 or something, Volkswagen Jetta TDI. Things break. Those things break all the time. You know what's so crazy about that is I bought a new one. But the new one on the car, guess what? Snapped off too. Broke the new one after I had it on. Ridiculous. The brand new parts shattered too. Now, I'm not that strong, I don't think. I was just pushing the plug in. Broke off twice. Bought another one, put it on. Really easy. Got the hell out of Dodge. And car did fine. Took me down the road. He said, do you feel that? And so when I first came to diagnose the vehicle, keep this in mind too. Always plug up your scan tool. Keep record of all your DTCs, diagnostic trouble codes, because if you don't keep record of those diagnostic trouble codes, let me tell you something. They're going to come back and guess what they're going to say? So answer me this. If I get to your vehicle, right, and I get there, right, and you start the car in front of me, I'm like, whoa, 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 turn it off, because your belt's about to pop off the car, your drive belt. Your pulley's so bad, it's about to pop off the car. I don't know how your car runs, right? So if you can sit there and tell me, hey, my car runs great, I don't know. You know, I don't know what your car runs like, because I couldn't let it run for more than 10 seconds because the pulley and the belt's about to fly off, and I don't want to get hit in the face with it, and plus I don't want to break anything else when it comes loose. So he shut it off. I did that idler pulley. By the way, you can look it up on the Volkswagen Jetta TDI. Yes, miserable job. But anyway, I did it. That's before I knew the bolt was on the inside of that guy. Should have did it once I figured it out. But I did it. And the whole time I knew this guy was going to hammer me with the bad review, and he did. And the thing is, his car ran fine. Like, he would take me down the road. We drove like 30 miles. He was mad because I couldn't perform. I didn't want to do the regeneration. It's a technical service bulletin out. And I said, recall that he missed. And I said, I'm not doing it. You know, I don't want to do it. Starling Family Racing. What's up, buddy? What's up, Starling? Just going over how to be a mobile mechanic, the jobs you should pick and all that. So, yeah, so that's what you run into. You know, just got to keep that in mind. So, and right here, and these are like jobs to avoid early, which is pretty common sense. Transmission work, swaps, don't do that. Engine rebuilds, of course, we're not doing that. Electrical gremlins without diagrams. I don't mind doing that, actually. I like it. I charge for it, though. I'm charging. When I do wiring work, I charge $140 an hour. That's what I charge. But I'm good at it, too. So it doesn't really matter. Then again, you got to work a little bit with customers because the wiring problems are the worst. But if you're good at it and you have that power probe that I was showing you guys, you can make a lot of money. Okay, so prices and service fees. Very important. Okay, I'm going to go over this part next. Always charging. Minimum service fee. Always. Now, unless it's a good customer. How much do I charge per axle for brake job? You mean per side? What you're saying? Like, yeah, per each side for brake job? I kind of just do it as a group. So like one brake job in front or one brake job in back. Now, if I did just brakes, so remember, on top of everything, there's a service fee to come out. Between 100 and 150, always. Depending on your distance, varies. Emergency calls, 200. And see, I have all my paperwork already written up, okay? So there is no haggling, really. I just hand you the paper. Makes things a lot easier, right? So, You know, what I would charge per brake job, so I would go out. Every vehicle is different. I work on every vehicle there is, right? So what I'm going to do is when I'm going to talk to you on the phone, I'll say, yes, man, it's $150 to come out. It includes a service fee, a diagnostic fee, and a convenience charge. That's what it includes, okay? Also includes me driving back and forth to the store, picking up parts, and if I have to come back and do the repair, you don't have to pay me anymore. It's just a one-time fee, okay? So that's how you get the ball rolling. Shops charge like $250, right? $200, they do. So $150 is not bad, and I probably could charge more, honestly. But $150 is a healthy spot. You know, $200, $150 is a healthy medium to where if you do good business, you'll keep good customers, okay? So that's very important, okay? And then charge more for remote or after hours work, which you really can't do that too. People don't understand that, but you have to let them know, hey, I researched this for a certain amount of hours. Hey, I have Identifix and Direct Hit, which I pay $300. People always ask me on here, hey, where'd you get that paper from? Guess what? I subscribe monthly to a subscription. I pay close to $300 for that subscription a month to have diagrams, have technical service bulletins. That's how I figure out all these crazy repairs because what Direct Hit does is they have on that program all the little stuff that other shops do. Like when I fix a car, I put it up in the notes. So other techs can see, hey, if there's 90 fixes, and it was all, you know, for a lot of the Lexus and Toyota, the oxygen sensor wire gets wet. Guess what? Boom. That tells me that's probably going to be the case. So I'll go right to that area. I can find it and fix the car like that. And you don't have to put a new part on. Customers love it. You save money. You know, the idea of the program is it pays for itself. So that's something down the road. Don't got to get it in the beginning. That's what YouTube's for. If you have guys like me here giving away secrets, yeah, you can get lucky sometimes, you know. So, and yeah, so, yeah, and another thing is to be transparent up front. You know, don't promise miracles. Like the other day, when I did the Mazda job, I called her right away. And I said, look, I think your car is not going to make it. I think the previous mechanic, I don't like to blame anybody, but I said, I don't, you know, she was already upset with him to begin with. Well, I didn't blame the guy. I just said, look, this work wasn't clearly not done. You know, I don't know what he did. I couldn't really read his receipt, but I didn't, you know, I'm not pinning it on him. I didn't say he was at fault because I hate it when people do that to me. I don't know if it was his fault. I don't know if she's being honest either. You know, she's just telling me this. New customer. So she said she wanted me to fix it, and I did. I got over my head, but luckily it worked out, right? So the main thing is don't promise miracles. If you get to a spot and you're kind of hung up, let them know. Just tell them, look, this is why I'm hung up. Also, what I like to do too is my biggest secret. I like to get onto ChatGPT, right? Get on ChatGPT and tell them what you're doing and ask them to break it down for a customer so you can better explain it to them. Because I know me as a mechanic have a lot of trouble explaining things to my customers sometimes, right? So if you get on ChatGPT and break it down, yeah. So yeah, so Redneck Dipper, as for your question about the you know, how much do I charge for a brake job? It depends on the vehicle. Like I said, 150 come out, 100 to 150 to come out, and then putting them on, you're probably looking at 350 front, 350, 450 front. If you get both, I sometimes work in a little bit of discount. It depends, right? That's how that goes. So next on, we're doing this customer relations and expectations, right? Here we go. Always stay professional. Learn to read the customer. That's so important. You know, I'll tell you something. I'm very good at it because if you know from being on my channel or if you're a subscriber, my part-time job, I play professional poker. Anyway, so I'm very good at reading people and communicating with them. I do this daily. You know, I kind of just learn how to sink in and you get in the groove with them. People like it. You show them you know what's going on. You take control of the conversation. That's how you need to do it, right? And so right here, we can move on to the next one. Avoid toxic or manipulative customers. You get a lot of those. A lot of times I kind of can pick up on it right away. And what I'll do is I'll kind of brush them off. Just move on, right? Don't want those. It's not going to end well. Trust me. You learn as you go, right? You won't know that in the beginning, but you learn as you go. So a customer that's demanding to use their parts or saying, hey, I just want you. When a customer calls us and says this to me, I just want you to come out here and I want you to charge my AC. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Like, do I work for myself? I think so, yeah. Not for you. So I have to let them know. You back them up, slow them down, and you re-correct that conversation. You say, no, I'm coming out to help you repair your vehicle, right? That's what you need to do. And say, I need to be able to first diagnose it, That's covered under my fee anyway, so you're getting it included with the service call fee, right? And diagnostic fee. It's all included. So, and right here we have you educate your customer, don't overpromise, say what you can do, not what you hope to do, okay? So, can't do it, don't tell me you can do it, bottom line. So many things I tell them. I'm not, like, I can't do it. Do I still charge the fee? Yes. Do you know why? Because I plugged up to my $5,000, $8,000 scan tool. I gave them the paperwork. I'm getting paid. That's how it works. Not everybody probably doesn't love that, but I can't fix every car. I can't. That's how it goes. I can fix 90% of the vehicles, probably, not every car. So, right here, so social media and ratings, this is key. It's tough sometimes to intertwine. I'm doing my live feeds, I got my phone, sending it with my phone during my live feed. Customer right here. A lot of customers don't like that. So you got to kind of know your customer, know who you're working with. If they're cool with it, I do it. Sometimes you see me on my videos, they actually film my stream for me. I'll be honest, I don't even tell my customers I have Tourette syndrome, by the way. I don't tell them. I don't even tell them anything about it because it's not their business. But sometimes if I know I've had a bad day, and I've kind of let them go, sometimes I got to. I will tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I've got Tourette's. Real simple. Conversation. Done. Now, it's not always the funnest thing, but I got to tell them. It's tough. It's a tough conversation to have with people. But, the ones I tell, they respected me for doing it. So I will say that. And they're actually a little bit nicer to me, honestly. The cool part is most of the time I'm doing a live stream anyway or a YouTube video. So if I'm doing my ticks, I can be like, oh, I'm just doing a video, sorry. It works out well usually. So kind of just play it off like that. I still get a little embarrassed by it sometimes, like I said. But it's really none of their business. I don't need anybody to give me any empathy for this. I don't ask for empathy. It doesn't make me stupid. It makes me, I do it just fine. I'm not a quitter at anything I do. That's what sets the difference apart between a good mechanic and a bad mechanic. You can't quit at stuff. You can't quit at nothing in life, right? So anyway, if you're out there and you have this issue, just remember that you can do anything you want because I am living proof and I've done it. Not a lot of bad things too, but you'll learn. So anyway, right here, record a live stream with permission only, of course, and be personable. People love real stories. I give a lot of real stories, right? I'm a good storyteller, so want to hear some stories? Let me know. It says mention Tourette syndrome. People respect, authenticity. People respect that. Okay. Engage with your YouTube chat. What I'm doing now, but, it's just little things. so this is just. Let me move on to the next page here. Where we at on here? So I think we're right here now. Let me see. Yep. So let me go here. What we got next? So save time. Is that it? So right here. This is some bonus stuff for you guys. So tool upgrade strategy. Okay. So you don't want to buy everything in the beginning all at once. If you're new to this, don't go buying a bunch of tools. Let me tell you why. You're not going to use them right away, and you're going to put yourself in a hole. Buy what you need. Okay. Take your time. Select your jobs. Look them up ahead of time. Be ready to go when you get to the job, but don't get overboard, okay? So tool upgrade strategy, don't buy everything at once. Upgrade tools as the job gets bigger and more frequent, okay? So for me, I got better with the AC work. I got more AC tools, right? Same thing. Excuse me, you do certain jobs, you need to have those tools. You get better at it, you buy the tools. It's that easy. Right now, I'm kind of overboard with tools. I don't know what to do with all my tools, but it's good to have tools, but too many is bad. It really is. You can't find anything. Keep your tools minimal if you can help it. I'm actually going to today while I'm out here. I'm actually going to take all this and I'm going to minimize everything. I got some new bags. I'm going to put all of these in a bag. I'm going to separate these tools and I'm going to organize it so nice. When I come back, I'm going to do another update video and you're going to be amazed because it's a beautiful day right now. After I spray some starter fluid in that, see if that starts. All right, right here we got the next stuff. Let me see here. Back to topic. Right here. All right. Where was I at? Okay, so yeah. So invest in quality. You don't need that. It says invest in a quality creeper. I don't need a creeper. You just need those mats. Mats are fine. See that mat up there? I like to have one long mat like that. I can flip out. Easier to slide on, move back and forth. Also recommend having some pieces of cardboard. I don't have any right now because I use them up. If you ever get cardboard boxes, save it. Easier to slide in and out on like that. You don't really need a creeper. I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't work on driveways very well. They really don't. So here we go. Nice. So, and pre-fill common forms and invoices for repeat customers. People like to see invoices. Don't be sloppy. Pre-fill them. I always email my customers their invoices when I'm done. I use my program off direct hit. I fill it out. It looks professional. I email it to them. Or I email them the invoice prior. So I email the invoice prior, and then when we're done, they have the invoice already, so they know what to expect. Now, sometimes things change. Have to adjust the invoice, but I let them know. They're pretty cool with it often. They don't say, hey, sometimes I get a few problems if the price gets kind of high, but I try to break it down as I go the best I can. I give them a heads up. Always stay on hand. So anyway, how to handle difficult jobs. Let's see. So where am I? I'm losing my track. Hang on. So workflow and efficiency right here. Always have a routine, diagnostics, estimate. So that's what I do. Diagnostics, that's the first fee. Estimate is after I get out there. Approval, I get their approval. Work, test, invoice. Exactly how I do it, right there. Exactly right. But I actually do invoice first, and then I amend the invoice if I need afterwards, right? So keep your tools organized by job type. That's exactly what I do. If you look right here in my bags, these. And this is one bag right here, right? From the other dash here, right here. This is one job I was doing. This was, yeah, what was I doing here? Let me tell you. I could double look at tools. Oh yeah, I was doing that sensor on the Mazda. Not the Mazda, sorry. The sensor for the Mercury. Sorry, the Lincoln. Sorry, what the heck am I doing today? Hey, Lincoln. Had to plug his tire too. So Lincoln sensor job right here. Had my own bag for that, right? Works out great. All my tools in there for that job. I got my picks to get the sensor off, all that fun stuff, right? So this has kind of become like my multi-purpose bag, which works out great. So each bag, what I personally like to do is I like to have like 10, 15 bags. Every time I do a job, I get all my tools out, they go in that bag. You can rock and roll like that. It's quick. Do it quick. You want to be quick. Time is money. This is money. That's why I said, if you could for me, smash that like, subscribe to my channel. This is how I will keep giving these videos to you guys because I need this. I don't make money doing this. I have got customers texting me galore right now. And that's the only way I can continue to give y'all what y'all need. Hoping I may get the sponsorship coming up. I got one. And if I do, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to do some pretty cool upgrades on this Ford. And we'll kind of get to see how it works out. We're going to have to kind of meet somewhere in the middle. That's the only way I'm going to do that. Because I'm taking a risk putting anything on my new truck. You know that, right? So right here we got how to handle difficult jobs. Yeah, I just did that one. So, oh yeah, evaluate before you commit. Is the car worth the effort too? Is that car a hunk of junk? Is the customer going to want to pay you $1,000 if their car's worth $500? Probably not, right? So that's why I talk to people on the phone. If they call me out and they want work done and they have a car that's falling apart, unless I know them, some of my good customers have old cars they keep and they want fixed up, but they spend a lot of money fixing them up. So is it worth it to fix up somebody's clunker if they don't have that much money? It's sad, but it's not always worth it. And that's where the newer mobile mechanics come into play. And I'm sorry to say this, but I do refer those jobs off to some of the newer guys out here because I know you guys will take them on, and it's okay. In the beginning, I didn't watch any of these videos. I took on some really bad jobs in the beginning, and it sucked. Terrible rotors and brakes. It sucks. Get on your knees and it beats you up. It does. You learn as you go. Trust me. I'm giving you some valuable advice. It took me 15 years to learn how to do this, just so you know. So, right here. If the bolts are rusty beyond help, don't force it. You stop there. Quit the job if you need to. Spray with penetrant. Call the customer. Say, hey, look, this bolt is seized. Price is going up. It could break. Let them know. That's what you got to do, right? So right here, sometimes like I say, walk away. You can't always get every job. That's my major issue. I have a real problem walking away from any jobs. I always like to win. I always like to get it done. This is how my personality is. I do not like walking away in the middle of a job. I feel like I quit on things, but that gets me in trouble. It really does. Got me in quite a bit of trouble sometimes, I'll be honest with you. So right here, so weather and mobile work, kind of funky. It doesn't work out well. Says use a pop-up canopy or tent. I don't use that. Be honest, if it's raining, I'm not working. Or you can't mess your tools up, guys. tell you something. This is working in the rain. See that right there? That sucks. It happens, but can't work in the rain. Too many power tools now. It's not gonna happen. Now, people have garages. Good stuff. Raincoat's great. A little bit of rain here or there you're gonna have to deal with in the summer. Make it happen, right? So right here, always keep a towel, spare shirt, water, and gloves handy. Always have all that right there. Always keep a towel, spare shirt, water, and gloves handy, and pants. Because let me tell you something, and pants. Because you're not going to want to get back in your vehicle. Now, your vehicle may not be a truck like mine or a new truck. But you don't want to sit on this truck and damage the whole entire seat. You know, because this is not a cheap seat, trust me. I'm actually going to clean my seats off today. Clean my whole truck out. But you don't want to damage this stuff. It's not worth it. You're not making money then, right? If you damage the stuff, not making money. So right here we got legal and insurance tips. So I'm an LLC. That's what my business is. Make sure you get an LLC. And liability insurance as you can. Keep records of all work, which I do. I document most on live streams, which is great. You know, use term and conditions for invoices. You know, I don't do as much as I should, but I explain it to them. They know what's going on. And register your LLC, which I did with my company, which I'm not going to even tell you because you don't need to know it. But I do well. I've been doing this under this company now for 2.5 years, and I never even asked for reviews, just here or there, depending on the job. And I think I have close to 69 5-star reviews and one's a fake one, but two 1-star. It's crazy. One guy, like I was telling you, the GDI guy, and then a robot or somebody I made upset. I think I know who that was. Somebody else left a bad review on, possibly. Or, I don't leave any bad reviews either. Or it's just somebody that's a competitor. It happens. And I complained to Google. They took it off once, and they just edited it. It came back up. So with that, don't waste your time. Just get rid of those reviews. Don't worry about it. Make a comment like, oh, great. Hey, cool. I'll be honest. If you have all 5 stars, nobody's going to really believe you, okay? You don't think that looks legit. So it's good to have an assortment of reviews. Had a guy leave me a 4-star. I have one 4-star also. Let me tell you something. The Google review system is not right because I'm pretty sure I can add pretty well, right? So if I have 69 5-star reviews, 2 1-star reviews, if you do the math on that, it's not 4.8, it should be 4.9 because they use a weird scale. So you would think that, so if you, let's just say, a quick way to break this down so you can figure this math out. If you have 2 1-star reviews and a 5-star, 69 5 stars, let's just do it like this. If you have 50 5-star reviews, right? 2 1-star reviews, double it. 100 5-star, 4, that would be 100 5-star, right? Same thing. If you're doing the percentages, and then 4 1-stars. If you do the math on that, you're still way up there. You should be closer to the fraction on that. You'd be right about like 99. That'd be 99%, which would be 44.5. That should kick over. Still at 5 stars, honestly, but that's not how they do it. So, anyway, let's get this done. Yeah, dealing with trolls or doubters online. Stay calm always. Who cares? Respond with facts. Don't respond at all. This goes for reviews. Anything, I just leave them alone. That's why I say people say something about, hey, I don't care, whatever. You're not gonna hurt my feelings, man. Dealt with it my whole life, and the only reason I ever said anything to people on my page because it's bothersome. They're like, oh man, your video sucks. Well, it's not a video, it's a live stream. So, yeah, sorry, it kind of sucks. Fast forward, And so if you don't know the difference between a video and a live stream, that's not on me, it's on you. But I don't like my other customers that may be on this channel, so please be respectful. Because I'm sure some of these people on here, they're a little bit younger and may have Tourette's, and I don't appreciate it when people say nasty things, because when I was that age, it probably would hurt my feelings. When you get to be my age now, you just don't care, because people just have miserable lives and they like to put people down, and I don't appreciate it, so just don't do it. Do me a favor and just keep it off my channel, because I don't think you quite understand, but what that does to some people when they're at younger ages, they don't understand, life quite yet. So be respectful of that. Okay, cool. Finishing up here. Okay. All right, yeah, so we're pretty much done. So question and answers, let me hear them. So what's the first tool I should buy? Anybody answer that for me? First tool you should buy. If anybody's left on the stream, I'm going to rock off of here anyway. First tool you should buy? I can tell you what it is right now. I'll give you a second. I'll show you the first tool you should buy. Is small toolbox. Small toolkit. 3/8 inch ratchets. Really? This right here is all you need. That guy right here. 3/8 inch. This is maybe a $60 ratchet, and then buy a set of sockets. So you can do everything else with a crowbar or a cheap jack. You really can. And some mats too, of course, to lay them. You're gonna need those. All right, how do I get customers with no shop? Put the word of mouth out. Do a good job. You have to start cheap in the beginning. You'll get the calls. Trust me, you will. You can post on work, Facebook Marketplace, neighborhood apps. It's a great thing to do. If you have a Nextdoor app, hand out cards. I don't hand out cards anymore. Too busy. So you'll get there. Trust me. What if you don't have a van yet? Well, I didn't have a van. These Subarus were great. These were great. This car lasted me for 10 years. It's a tank. It's a tank. I've been fixing it up. I've still got to do the ball joints. I'll probably do a video on it. Wonderful vehicle. It is an awesome vehicle. Plenty of room. Put your tools back here and back here. So I said, don't get crazy. That's why you need this lightweight jack. Highly recommend jack. Very, very helpful. And very important. So go on to the next one. There's just a few things I printed off. Can I do this part-time? Yes. Even weekends, it's fine. Do it part-time if you want. How do I deal with stress syndrome as a mechanic? Focus, explain myself honestly, let myself results. I'll speak for themselves. What to do? Customers appreciate real people when they do. So it's one thing I need to work on. I'm not very good at that. And sorry, I'm just not. And I feel like this, maybe I should be more open, but I feel like I don't need to tell people. I don't need their empathy. That's just how I am. But please tell them if you feel like you need to. Nobody wants to think you're on drugs at their house. You're not going to do well with that. Okay? So if you need to tell them, you can tell them. To be honest, I could have been how I got one of my bad reviews. Well, the only bad review. He probably assumed that, and that's fine. I don't even care. So it's up to him, but, I don't like the guy anyway. From day one, he was going to be a problem. So it's what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do in life. Anybody can do anything. So is it hard to stay 5 stars? You're not going to be at 5 stars. You're not going to keep it there ever. Don't get upset when you get it. So it says be reliable, communicate, show up, don't rush, do it right the first time. If you do those 5 things, be reliable, communicate, show up, don't rush, do it right the first time. If you do all 5 of those things, you will keep 5 stars essentially, and that's basically what I have. So it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's a lot of work. But if you want to, I do this every day, and if I can do it without even telling people I have Tourette's, you guys can do it like it's nothing. Because they're probably thinking I'm crazy. So if I only asked for a couple reviews here or there, I'd probably have like 1 million reviews. All good ones, I bet. I don't ask though. I don't believe in asking for reviews. I don't like to solicit reviews either. It pressures people, and they're not going to call you back because what's going to happen is they're going to remember. Say, oh, I didn't give him a review last time. No, I don't want to call him back. So don't ever ask for a review because I guarantee you, there's people that don't give you that review aren't calling you back. And did you do something wrong? Maybe not. But some people don't have Google. They don't know how to do it, especially older people. Don't really know how to text or do reviews. I'll be honest with you. So don't ask. Just leave that alone. If they want to review you, they're going to review you. Okay? I promise you. If they don't, they're not. So regardless, don't solicit reviews. Bad idea. So any other questions? We can wrap this up. We can get rolling. Or you want to ask a couple questions? It's cool. I think everybody's about done. That was a pretty thorough breakdown. Daggone. Whew, I went over an hour on that. I was rolling. Hopefully this didn't get messed up. I really am hoping so. Anyways, well, hope it didn't get messed up. Let me get rid of this guy right here. I'm going to put him into the little trash can for now. Let's see. We got who voted on my poll? We have. Oh, let's see. So we all did do the poll. So we have how much does mobile mechanic make? didn't know you could vote on that, my bad. Some people voted there, sorry. Oh, you're asking maybe? Okay. Yeah, so I make, well, what you can make starting off, let me start with that first. So what you can make starting off, right, is, before you get good and before you get tools, probably $30,000, $40,000 a year. It's going to be a struggle. It's not going to be easy. It's really hard. All right, and that's if you really put the work in. Because you got to remember, you got to buy tools, you got to advertise. Talking about profit too, not just margin. So right now, with all my tools I have, and I'm still buying tools, I'm not done. So the good news is, as you can see, as these tools build up, and I get more and more, I can slow down on the buying the tools. And as I learn more, I get quicker at it. But I still got to constantly pay for updates, pay for the apps I get. It adds up. And by the way, too, I also got a call the other day from the BBB. So they want me to become part of the Better Business Bureau. And I'm honestly kind of surprised. I did not expect that to happen. So, you know, that's what good work does. And not many mechanics, I'll be honest with you, to get on the Better Business Bureau. I didn't call them, they called me. So it's like $500 a year, one-time charge. I may pay it. I can put the seal and everything on my website. It looks good. It helps older customers especially want to call you because they know you're trustworthy. You have to take an oath. It's a lot to that that goes into it. But the main thing is this, guys. The correct answer to how much you can make depends on how good you are, and how quick you are, and how much you can get stuff done, and how talented you are, how sociable you are, how much you can talk to customers, how comfortable you make them feel. You know, word of mouth goes a long way in this business. Word of mouth, I'm telling you, it's the number one thing. Don't charge too cheap. Don't forget that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna wrap up this right here with saying, I right now make about 100 grand a year. Okay, that's about what I make. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I'm not gonna tell you an exact number because I don't know. I don't really know how to tell you the truth. Put it to you like this: last week alone, I made, let's see, in 1 week, 20 hours. Let's see, 30 hours work. I made $6,000 this week. Yeah, 1 week. Um, yeah, it was a good week, and it happens sometimes like that. Everything just kind of fell into place, and I finally got myself caught up because I am going out of town. I'm going to Maryland. You know what time it is? A couple tournaments in, and I'll keep you posted on that too. Some videos is coming. But yeah, really good week. It happens. And then you have your bad weeks too. So remember, rainy days and good days. Make sure you have the ability to deal with both. Okay? Very, very important. Very, very important. So I think that's everything we went over. We're done, basically. So I can end this poll here. Thank you, everybody. Appreciated it. Sorry. Thank you to everyone who talking so much. Can't think of what to say. Thank you to everyone who participated in the poll. I appreciate it. And there are the poll results on there. You hung out to the end of the channel. I really appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. And put in the comments the video you want to see next. What your vehicle is, a video you want to see. And I'm going to end this stream. A special treat to the ones that stuck around. I'm going to show you the top 3 tools I highly recommend as being a mobile mechanic. Actually, top 5. I can't just do 3. The ones that would make you the most money and the quickest. And also top 5 secrets. Okay, real quick. Go over one last time. Tool number 1, I would say, is going to be, and it's not even a tool. That mat. You need a bunch of, how we get like 3 packs of those mats with Harbor Freight. Tool number 2, that aluminum jack. It's great to have. Tool number 3, of course, is my gloves, my rip-resistant gloves that are treated to pieces. That's tool number 3. Oh yeah, I want to say one more thing too. I'm on tool 3. I won't forget. I promise. This is my electrical box with all my light bulbs and stuff in it. Light bulbs and brushes and fuses and relays and all the light bulbs and all the cool stuff is all in here. Okay, some plugs even. You see light bulbs all for different vehicles and fuses. All my fuses. So that's a really cool bag to have right there. Got what? Batteries for remotes, all that stuff's in there. Okay, so all right, so we're on tool number 3. Flashlight. You gotta have these guys. At least 2 of these. I mean, if you're really a beginner, just have at least 1. Okay. All right, and then blower, my blower. This is so nice to have, and a fan for the summertime. And this, and this, and this, and you got to have a diagnostic tool. There's so many. I mean, I can't even give you 5. It's just so many. I can't just give you 5 tools. I have to have all this. Now, it's tough. Like I said, you really need all the stuff I have, and this is why you need to make so much money being a mobile mechanic, because you have to bring all this stuff to jobs with you. Okay, very important to keep in mind. And remember, all this has to come with me. I'm not a cheap mechanic, no. I charge my value. So I do good work, I charge you for that. I'm coming to you. I'm doing you a favor. Keep that in mind. Keep that mindset when you go into this business. We are coming to you. I'm coming to you. I'm not a backyard mechanic. Now, I have customers meet me here. Does the fee go down a little bit? Yes. I will drop it down to $100 for a diagnostics. But I still have all the other work I got to do. So either way, I think it's a pretty good video. And I appreciate everybody being on here. Smash that like. Boom, boom, boom. And I'll see you on the next one. Leave in the comments the video you want to see next, okay? And we'll try to make it happen. Like I said, I'm gonna try to put a little starter fluid in this bike. We'll see if it'll fire up for me one time good. I think I killed the battery last time. I was fooling with it, but let's just see if it'll even turn over. I don't think it will. Probably not at all. I was in the lock position right now. Let's just see if it'll even turn over. It's in the lock position. See? Oh, it did turn over. I don't hear the fuel pump kick on, do you? Oh, I heard it that time. Maybe it actually got itself situated. Should we get this baby up one time? Maybe we can. Oh man, the battery's dead. The battery's dead. I hate that. I don't know why my battery is dead already again. It's so stupid. You hear that pump priming? I don't know if it's pumping though. Can y'all hear it pump? Sounds like I hear it. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And yeah, it was fun. Fun chat. Let me get that bike. I'm gonna get that on the jump box and try to crank it over. Yeah, great video. I'm gone. Peace. Have any questions? Leave them in the comments. If you missed it live, I'm sorry. I meant to do it. I'll try to do a update here later on. I'm gone. Peace.